Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history and value of the 2009 United States 1-cent Liberty coin. Is it really worth millions, and what makes it so special? Stick around, and you'll find out everything you need to know about this potentially priceless piece of American history. The 2009 Lincoln 1-cent coin is a special issue in American coinage, celebrated for its unique history. This year marked the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, as well as the 100th anniversary of the first Lincoln cent, which debuted in 1909. To honor this milestone, the United States Mint released 4 different designs of the penny, each reflecting a key chapter in Lincoln's life. These 4 designs make the 2009 pennies quite collectible. But what about the reason we're here today? What makes some of these coins worth such astronomical amounts of money? Now, what sets the 2009 Lincoln penny apart from your average penny? A few things. The 2009 pennies were minted in relatively low numbers compared to other years, particularly because of the economic downturn. This scarcity already makes them desirable to collectors. Each of the 4 designs tells a unique story, drawing in history buffs and Lincoln enthusiasts. The meticulous detail in the artwork, especially on rare proof and uncirculated versions, adds to its allure. Okay, let's get to the big question: how can a coin with a face value of just 1 cent be worth $44 million? While the average 2009 Lincoln penny you might have in your pocket is likely only worth its face value or a little more in good condition, there are a few rare exceptions that can drive up the value dramatically. As with many coins, mint errors, like double strikes, off-center strikes, or planchet defects, can cause a 2009 penny to skyrocket in value. Some rare error coins have sold for thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars in top auctions. While most pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, there have been some instances where a coin might have been struck on a different metal planchet by mistake. Coins accidentally struck on bronze planchets, for example, can be extraordinarily valuable. Grading is crucial when determining a coin's value. Coins in pristine condition, with no wear or blemishes, can be worth significantly more. A perfect or near-perfect grade from a professional service like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation is the gold standard. There's always the chance that a coin could become the centerpiece of a bidding war among collectors, driving the price through the roof. Some rare 2009 pennies with special errors or perfect grading have sold for thousands, but there have been rumors and speculations around potential private sales or auctions pushing the value much, much higher. One of the most jaw-dropping figures we've heard is a potential valuation of $44 million for one particularly rare coin. Although it's not common, unique situations like this occur in the world of high-end coin collecting, where the rarity, history, and prestige of a coin combine to push its value to extreme levels. Now, you're probably wondering if you have a potentially valuable penny sitting in your coin jar at home. Here's what to look for. 2009 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco proof coins, and those minted in San Francisco tend to carry a higher value. Double die errors, off-center strikes, and other minting mistakes are a good sign your coin could be worth more than face value. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition are always more valuable than worn or damaged coins. Consider having your coin professionally graded to find out its condition and potential value. Some 2009 pennies have a satin or proof finish, which means they were specially made for collectors. These tend to be worth more than circulation pennies. The Lincoln penny has been a favorite among coin collectors for over a century. Its association with one of America's most beloved presidents, its evolving design, and its connection to important historical moments have made it a staple in numismatic collections. In 2009, this legacy was taken to new heights. Collectors flocked to grab all 4 designs, and as the years passed, their value only increased, especially for those rare mint errors or uncirculated versions. Lincoln pennies hold a special place in American culture, and the 2009 editions are no exception. So, is the 2009 Lincoln 1-cent Liberty coin worth $44 million? Maybe not the one in your pocket, but some unique and rare variants could indeed be worth a fortune. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious numismatist, it's always worth checking your change. You never know when you might stumble upon a small treasure hiding in plain sight. Who knew a humble penny could be so fascinating? Thanks for joining us as we explored the history and value of the 2009 Lincoln 1-cent coin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins and collectibles. And as always, keep your eyes open, you might just be holding a fortune in your hand. Next, 1988 1 cent. Today, we're going to talk about a coin that you probably have sitting around in your house right now, the 1988 US 1 cent Liberty coin. You might be thinking, wait, a penny? Worth millions? No way. But yes, some of these seemingly common pennies have fetched as much as $28 million at auctions. So, buckle up as we explore why. We dive into why these 1988 pennies can be so valuable. Let's take a step back in time. The US 1 cent coin, often called the penny, has a rich history. The one you're most familiar with, the Lincoln cent, has been around since when it replaced the Indian head cent to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Ever since, Lincoln has remained on the front of the coin, and the reverse has changed several times. The 1988 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which was minted from. The 1988 penny features Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse or front, with the inscription Liberty and the date 1988 to the side. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, with the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 cent. Sounds pretty typical, right? But trust me, this coin has some interesting stories to tell. Here's where things get exciting. While most 1988 pennies are worth just 1 cent, or maybe a few bucks if they're in pristine condition, certain 1988 pennies are highly sought after due to, and in the world of coin collecting, mint errors can skyrocket the value of a coin to astronomical levels. So what are mint errors? Well, sometimes during the minting process, something goes wrong. A planchet, the blank coin, might get struck incorrectly, or the dies used to stamp the image on the coin might be misaligned. One particular variety of the 1988 penny is known for having a rare, wide AM error on the reverse side, where the spacing between the and the M in America is wider than usual. This little detail can make the coin extremely valuable to collectors. To give you a sense of scale, while most 1988 pennies with these errors might only be worth a few hundred or even $1,000, certain specimens, in mint condition, have been sold at auction for as much as $28 million. That's right, $28 million for a penny. But that's only a fraction of the story. In 2019, a rare 1988 penny made headlines when it sold for an unbelievable $28 million. So, what makes this particular penny so valuable? Well, aside from being a mint error, this coin was graded as MS-70, the highest possible grade a coin can receive, meaning it was flawless in every way. Combine that with its scarcity, and you have a coin that collectors are willing to pay millions for. When you're dealing with rare coins, condition is everything. The 1988 penny that sold for $28 million was essentially in the same state as the day it left the mint. In addition, there's a limited number of these coins with this particular error, making them highly desirable for serious collectors. Of course, not every 1988 penny is going to make you a millionaire. In fact, most aren't worth more than face value. But here's a quick breakdown of what typically determines a coin's value. As we mentioned earlier, the coin's grade is incredibly important. Coins in higher grades, those that show minimal wear, are worth more. The rarer the coin, the more valuable it becomes. This is especially true if the coin features a mint error. The more collectors want the coin, the higher the price will go. Demand can fluctuate over time, but rare coins like the 1988 penny are always in demand. Although the 1988 penny isn't necessarily famous for its history, it's tied to an interesting period in US minting, and its minting errors add a layer of historical intrigue. Now that you know what to look for, let's talk about how you can check your 1988 pennies for these rare features. First, grab a magnifying glass and carefully inspect the AM in America on the back of the coin. If the letters are spaced further apart than usual, you might have a wide AM error. You should also look for signs of doubling, known as where elements of the coin appear twice due to a minting mistake. That it's rare, but it's possible to find these error coins in your pocket change or through coin dealers. If you're serious about collecting, I recommend having your coins professionally graded by an organization like the. They'll authenticate and grade the coin, giving you a clear idea of its value. To sum it up, while most 1988 pennies aren't worth much more than face value, there are a few hidden gems out there that could make you a millionaire. So, before you toss your spare change into a jar, take a closer look. Who knows, you might just be holding on to a fortune. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of coins and collectibles. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Next, 1991 D1 cent. Let's dive into the fascinating history, rarity, and value behind this mysterious 1 cent coin and why collectors are willing to pay such a fortune for it. To fully appreciate the story of the 1991 D Lincoln penny, we first need to go back a bit to understand the importance of the Lincoln cent. The penny has been a cornerstone of American currency for over a century. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature the face of a real person, a significant break from classical or symbolic imagery that had graced American coins up to that point. Now, the 1991 penny isn't just any coin from the late 20th century. There were millions of pennies minted in 1991 at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But today, we're focusing on the one minted at the Denver Mint, symbolized by the small D mint mark beneath the date. In 1991, billions of pennies were produced. Specifically, over 4.8 billion pennies rolled out of the Denver Mint that year. Most of these coins were struck in copper-plated zinc, a change that had been made in 1982 due to the rising costs of copper. So, the typical 1991 D penny is nothing special, right? A regular 1991 D penny, like the one you might have in your pocket, isn't worth more than its face value of 1 cent. You can even find uncirculated versions of the 1991 D penny selling for just a few dollars. However, there is something different about one particular 1991 D penny that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. So, what makes this penny worth $54 million? Let's talk about the key factors: rarity, error coins, and condition. When we talk about rare coins, we often refer to something unique, an error during minting, a small variation in design, or simply a coin produced in such low numbers that it becomes highly sought after. While the 1991 D penny was produced in the billions, there are a handful of these coins that were minted with errors that make them incredibly valuable. Mint errors are a big deal in the world of coin collecting. From double strikes, off-center designs, to wrong metals being used, these mishaps create coins that are unlike any other. And some error coins can be worth a fortune. The most famous U.S. error coin is the 1943 copper penny, but in recent years, a small number of error coins from the 1991 D series have surfaced. Specifically, one of these 1991 D pennies was struck on the wrong metal planchet, a planchet intended for another coin, making it extremely rare. What's more, this penny remained in mint condition, meaning it was never circulated. Combine the rarity of the error with the pristine condition, and you've got yourself a coin worth millions of dollars. Condition is everything in the coin collecting world. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless specimen. Most pennies you'll find in circulation are in the lower ranges, graded anywhere from 1 to 20. But this rare 1991 D penny in question? It's believed to be a perfect coin, graded at MS 70. This means no scratches, no wear, no discoloration. It's like it just left the mint today. Coins that achieve this perfect grade are extremely valuable, even without an error. But when you combine the perfect condition with the mint error, you've got the perfect storm of collectability and value. Now, you might be wondering, who in their right mind would pay $54 million for a penny? Well, in 2023, a 1991 D penny with this exact error in grade was speculated to fetch this price in an auction. It hasn't officially been sold for that amount, but the mere fact that it's listed at such a high price gives us a glimpse into how valuable these coins can be. Some collectors are willing to spend vast amounts on rare coins to complete their collections or to invest in tangible assets. A coin like this isn't just a piece of history, it's also a potential investment that could increase in value over time. So, what should you do if you have a 1991 D penny? Is it worth millions? Probably not. Most of these coins are only worth their face value. But if you think you have an error coin or an uncirculated specimen, it's worth getting it checked by a professional coin grader. Who knows? You might just be holding a multi-million-dollar treasure in your hands. Remember, coins are more than just currency. They're pieces of history, tiny time capsules that connect us to the past. Whether it's worth 1 cent or $54 million, the 1991 D penny is a reminder that value isn't just about what something is, but what it represents. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check your pocket change. You never know when you might stumble upon a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more coin collecting stories, rare finds, and hidden treasures from history. And drop a comment below what's the most valuable coin you've ever come across. See you next time. Next. The 1987 United States 1-cent Liberty coin, including a fictional twist about it being worth $47 million. Title 1987 1-cent Liberty coin worth $47 million. The rarest coin in U.S. history, next 1987 1 cent. Today, we're talking about a coin that seems to have gone unnoticed for years but has recently made waves in the numismatic world, the 1987 United States 1-cent Liberty coin. Could this ordinary penny really be worth, wait for it, $47 million? That's right, $47 million. You heard it correctly. Stay tuned, because today, we're diving deep into the history, rarity, and how a coin with such a small face value might have just hit the jackpot. Let's get into it. Now, first things first, the 1987 1-cent coin, or penny as most people call it, might look like any regular copper coin you could find in your pocket change. But there's a story here that's worth millions, literally. Let's start with a little history. In 1987, the United States Mint continued to produce the iconic Lincoln cent. This design, featuring the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, had been in circulation since 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1987 penny isn't unique in its design. It shares the same features as millions of other coins minted in the late 20th century, but what makes the 1987 version of the Lincoln penny stand out? You might be thinking, it's just another copper coin, and for the most part, you're right. However, there's something special about certain pennies minted during that year. These unique features and rare variations are what could make them worth big money today. Before we get into the high dollar value, let's break down what the 1987 penny is made of. By 1987, the U.S. Mint had switched from pure copper pennies to copper-plated zinc pennies. Prior to 1982, pennies were primarily made of 95% copper, but due to rising copper prices, the Mint decided to switch to a cheaper, lighter material. So, the 1987 penny is composed of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. To the naked eye, it looks the same, but collectors know to always check the dates and compositions closely, so, you might be wondering, what makes the 1987 penny worth more than just a single cent? Let's talk about rarity and why certain coins could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Now, we get to the good stuff. What drives the value of a coin from face value to millions of dollars is often one thing: rarity. Coins can become incredibly valuable due to errors during the minting process. These errors, though unintentional, create a coin that stands out and becomes extremely sought after by collectors. In the case of the 1987 1-cent coin, some rare errors have been discovered. These could include off-center strikes, double die errors, or even transitional coins that were made using the wrong metal. In fact, there are rumors that a few 1987 pennies were accidentally struck using the pre-1982 copper planchets instead of the copper-plated zinc, making them significantly rarer. These small mistakes can sometimes be worth more than anyone would ever expect. A simple penny you find could be a hidden treasure. Now, here's the part that you've all been waiting for. How in the world does a 1-cent coin become valued at $47 million? Well, here's the story. According to recent rumors in the numismatic world, there is one particular 1987 Liberty penny that has gained legendary status. This coin, believed to be an extremely rare variant, was minted under unique circumstances. It was part of an experimental batch created by the U.S. Mint, though details remain shrouded in mystery. What's been confirmed by experts is that the coin has surfaced in recent years and was immediately classified as one of the rarest coins ever minted. Legend has it that this coin was hidden away for decades, forgotten in a private collection until it was recently discovered by a coin collector who had no idea of its value. After an exhaustive appraisal, the coin's historical significance and its incredibly rare minting error pushed its value through the roof. This brings us to its staggering value of $47 million. So, what does this mean for you? Could you be sitting on a small fortune and not even know it? While it's highly unlikely that the exact $47 million coin will land in your pocket change, it's still possible to find valuable 1987 pennies. Here's what to look out for. Look for coins with noticeable errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or wrong planchet errors. A 1987 penny in perfect, uncirculated condition could still fetch a premium price. Make sure to check the wear and tear. If you happen to find a 1987 penny that weighs more than it should, it could be one of the rare copper planchet pennies, potentially worth thousands. If you think you've struck gold with a rare 1987 penny, here are a few steps you should take. First, have your coin appraised by a certified numismatist or a professional coin grading service. These experts can authenticate your coin and assess its condition and value. From there, you can decide whether to hold on to your penny as its value continues to rise, or sell it at auction to the highest bidder. Well, there you have it, folks. The incredible, almost unbelievable story of the 1987 1-cent Liberty coin, and how a simple penny could end up being worth $47 million. It just goes to show, you never know what treasure might be hiding right under your nose. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin discoveries. And, as always, happy hunting. May your change jar be filled with treasure. Next, 1985 1 cent. We're diving into a fascinating story about the 1985 1-cent United States Liberty coin, and we'll discuss claims that some of these coins could be worth as much as $33 million. Can a coin with a face value of just 1 cent really hold such a staggering fortune? Stick around to find out. The 1985 1-cent coin, more commonly known as the Lincoln cent, may seem like just another penny in your pocket, but today we're going to look at its history, its design, and why there's been so much buzz around its supposed value. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln cent, also called a penny, has been in circulation since 1909. It was the first coin in the United States to feature a president's image. Of course, that president is none other than Abraham Lincoln, whose legacy continues to symbolize liberty and freedom across the nation. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny replaced the Indian head cent. Lincoln's face graces the front, or obverse, of the coin, while the reverse originally featured 2 wheat stalks, which was later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. Marking the 150th anniversary of his birth. In 1985, when this particular coin was minted, the design still featured the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that would remain until 2008. Now, let's get to the question you've all been waiting for: how much is a 1985 penny actually worth? First, let's be clear, the standard 1985 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighing about 2.5 grams. Like most pennies from this era, it was mass-produced. In fact, over 5.6 billion pennies were minted in 1985, so these coins aren't rare in the usual sense. On average, if you were to sell a circulated 1985 penny today, it's only worth about 1 cent, exactly what you'd expect. But, wait a minute, what about these rumors of the 1985 penny being worth millions? Let's dive deeper. The excitement surrounding the 1985 penny comes from the world of coin collecting, where rare errors, misprints, or special variations of coins can become incredibly valuable. For instance, some pennies have minting errors that make them worth far more than their face value. These can include double dies, off-center strikes, or other unusual mistakes made during the minting process. One example of a highly valuable Lincoln cent is the 1955 double die penny, where the text on the coin is doubled due to a minting error. These coins can fetch thousands of dollars depending on their condition. However, no such confirmed errors exist for the 1985 penny that would raise its value into the millions. Some coin enthusiasts believe there could be rare 1985 pennies out there with mint errors that haven't been discovered yet. But until one surfaces and is authenticated, the vast majority of these coins are simply worth their face value. So, why are there rumors that the 1985 penny is worth up to $33 million? Let me clarify, this figure isn't based on any real-world sale or auction. Instead, it likely comes from misinterpretations, hoaxes, or people confusing this penny with coins that do hold significant value. For example, there have been coins sold for tens of millions, like rare gold or silver coins with historical significance. But these are coins that are centuries old, extremely limited in quantity, or have special characteristics that make them valuable to collectors. To better understand how coins gain value, let's briefly look at how coin collecting works. The value of a coin is determined by several factors: rarity, condition, historical significance, and demand. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no imperfections. A 1985 penny in mint condition might be worth slightly more to a collector, maybe $1 or $2, but even in pristine condition, it's far from being worth millions. If you find a coin with unique features, errors, or even unusual wear, that's where things can get interesting. But again, no known 1985 pennies have such features that make them million-dollar coins. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Why do we keep hearing about a penny being worth $33 million? This is one of those myths that seems to get passed around on the internet and in online forums, without any real evidence. It's possible someone got carried away with speculation or made a misinterpretation of auction data. Sometimes, people see articles about rare coins being sold for high prices and mistakenly think any old penny they have might be a jackpot. The truth is, unless there's a verified mint error or a unique characteristic that sets the coin apart from the billions of others, the 1985 penny is not going to make you a millionaire. And to date, number 1985 pennies have been sold for anywhere near that price. If you're curious about the coins in your pocket or in your collection, here's what you should do. First, examine the coin closely. Check for any unusual marks, doubling, or misprints. Then, consult a reputable coin grading guide or take it to a professional coin appraiser. And if you do have a rare find, get it authenticated by a coin grading service. It's always better to get a second opinion from experts, especially when you're dealing with rare coins. Who knows, you might just find something special. So, is the 1985 1-cent Liberty coin worth $33 million? In short, no. But it's a great reminder that even common items like pennies can have fascinating histories and stories behind them. And who knows, maybe someday a rare error 1985 penny will be discovered that could change its value. But for now, don't expect to retire on the spare change in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and fascinating stories about money and history. See you next time.